Hello guys, welcome to Echo Engineering channel. This is your host Chia Leilipur. The subject of making communication between Telegram robot and Expert Advisor has two sections. In the first section, I will teach you how to send data from your Expert Advisor to your Telegram robot. And in the next section, I will teach you how to send comments from your Telegram robot to your Expert Advisor. For example, sending a buy comment or sell comments, and Expert Advisor would run it. Or whenever, for example, a strategy had some signals, after confirming it in your Telegram robot, Expert Advisor would run it. If you are interested in subjects, I would really appreciate to subscribe our channel and hit the bell button. So whenever we upload new videos, you can receive a notification. And if you have any suggestion for me, I would really appreciate if you leave me a comment. I will read it and consider it. I wish you enjoyed this video and stay with me to the end. So the first thing that you must do is to install Telegram on your Android, iOS, Mac or Windows device. And after installing Telegram and creating an account, you have to create a bot on your account. At the moment, my account is completely empty because I have created it recently. It is empty and there is no bot here. So I want to create a bot. For this purpose, I have to search for a manager robot named bot father. Here in the search section, I write bot father and it results to this bot here. I click on it, then I click on start and it sends me a message. This message explained what can I do. The commands in these bots would be sent by slash. When you write slash, you can slash new bots, for example, result to create a new bot. Slash my bots, result to edit your bots, and my games, edit your games. There are too many tasks that the bots can do in Telegram, but in this case, we can easily just write backslash new bots or click here on new bots to create our bots. After clicking on it, it says, all right, a new bot, how you are going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. I call it, for example, simply Expert Advisor, just Expert Advisor, and for example, tests. This is the name. This name can be not unique. Several bots can have the same name, but the second things that I have to give it is the username. The username should have two different criteria. First, it should be unique, and the second, it should end. The name should end to bot. Good. Now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in bot. So, for example, I call it Expert Advisor Telegram bot and click enter. Done. Congratulations. If it didn't have these two criteria, it would not, and it was not unique and it was not ended to bot, then it wouldn't accept it. But now we have this our bot and we can easily search for its username. For example, @ or @ the name, and it would result to our bot. The name is Expert Advisor Test and its username is Expert Advisor Telegram bot, and we can give it some descriptions and we can give it, for example, picture and everything. In order to do that, we have to go back to the bot father. In the bot father, I write the command edit your bots. It asks me which bot do you want to change. I have two different bots. One of them is XXXAdvisor Telegram bot, and the other is XXXAdvisor Telegram test, which the last one that I created is this one, and I click on it. So XXXAdvisor Telegram bot is my bot, the current bot. If I click on the API token, which is very important, it gives me a token to communicate with this bot. If I click on the edit bot, I can have access to changing the name, changing the descriptions or about the topics, descriptions, and comments here. But what is important for me right now is the token, API token. I click on it and it gives me the token for this bot. Well, sending a message through the robot is very, very simple. Just remember that we have a URL here. I explained completely how each sections work, but now I just want to show you how easy it is to send a message to your robot. After this end text equal, we can have our message, for example, hello, Chia. This is expert advisor robot talking via Telegram, for example. Now, if I just copy and paste it in my browser, in this case, I use Google Chrome browser, and in the search section, if I paste it and press enter, as you can see, I received the message from the bot here. See, XXXAdvisor test, this is my bot, and it says, hello Chia, this is XXXAdvisor robot talking via Telegram. Very, 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 very simple. We just have to somehow manage this URL in our XXXAdvisor code. How we would do that? How to do that? Here, this is how we do it. First, we write the basic address for for communicating with the Telegram's bot. This is given to us by the Telegram itself, api.telegram.org. Then we write /bot. Then we write the token for our robot, which, as I said, we can use botfather to receive the token. Here I copied it and I paste it here. I paste it after the bot. Then I use this /send message $chat ID equal here, and after this equal I should enter the chat ID. How to access the chat ID? In Telegram we search for this bot user info bot, user info bot, and this is user info bot. If I click start, it gives me the ID of my account. I copy and paste it here after the equal, and then I use this at end text equal to, and we can simply just add our message here. For example, I just copy and paste it again. This is our message, and if I paste and I copy all URL and paste it here and press enter, I again receive this message. My bot send me this message again. Now we would do that in our XXXAdvisor, and I show you how XXXAdvisor can send the message with this URL. So now we are in our XXXAdvisor. I have opened a new script named Telegram test. In order to send some order to the Telegram, we need to use WebRequest predefined function. How does it work? If I press F1, this is the help section. It can be used in in two ways. Remember, the function set an HTTP request. HTTP request, HTTP is a protocol, and we don't need to know everything about the protocol. Many of these sections are related to HTTP protocols. The first one is the method. HTTP protocols can have several methods. For example, we use get to send message to Telegram. We can use post to receive message, or you can use a keep, or too many different methods. If you, in the Google you search for it, just search HTTP methods. It gives you all methods that are used in the HTTP protocols. But just remember that this one is we use get here. I show you how to do that. Then we define URL, cookie, referr. They are not important, just we define some strings and we give them null because they are something related to the protocols. This timeout is important. We give it 2000 milliseconds. This area, this data is the area of the HTTP message body. They are related to the HTTP. You don't need to know it. If you are an HTTP expert, it is very good. It helps you a lot. But in this case, we don't need it. We just define a character name data. And then the next section would be data size, character name result. And the last one is the header. The most important ones are the method which we use get, I show you how, then the defining URL, and this timeout. So we write our code. So first we must define our URL. What is very important? The first thing that is very important is our token. The name is token, and it is equal to, it must be, remember, it must be string. I copy and paste my token from Godfather. I copy it and paste it here. This is my token. The second one is string chat ID, and it is equal to, again, it must be string, and it is equal to, remember I used user info, but copy and paste it here. Then what is important is the message. The message, and it must be string message. It is equal to, for example, just simply the number of open orders is equal to, and I use plus orders total. It doesn't work like that because orders total, remember that orders total return an integer number. First I have to change this integer number to string form, then I'm allowed to save it in the message, because message is a string variable. To change the orders total from integer to string, I use another predefined function. The name is IntegerToString. Remember that here the integer is written by capital I and parentheses. If I double click on it and press F1, it says the first input is the number, the second one is the length of string. So the first input is orders total itself. I cut it and paste it here. And I want, for example, the length of this integer variable be 5. So now the message is the number of open orders is equal to plus a string value. If the number of open orders is 5, then OrdersTotal return an integer number 5, and then integer to string change this 5 from integer to string and save it here. Now we have another string variable named base URL, and it is equal to this one. This is the base URL because Telegram gave it to us, and it says if you want to communicate with our bots, you have to use this base URL. I paste it here. Again, it is a string. And now string FinalURL. The name is FinalURL. And it is equal to base URL plus, as I said before, \bot plus, after that we must enter the token plus this token plus this message. All of them must be in string. And after this equal, we want to have our chat ID. This chat ID and plus this @ text equal, and again plus, and the last one is the message. So we close it. Now we must complete our web request. WebRequest net needs some inputs. The first one, we use get method. I'm not going to explain why we are using get because it's related to HTTP protocols. You can search it for yourself on the Google. And then the second one is, the second input is FinalURL. I copy paste the final URL here. Then cookie. We just, so now constant string cookie. We just simply define a string variable named cookie and copy and paste it here. Then string referr, again a string variable named referr with 2R. It doesn't matter, the name does not matter actually. They are related to the HTTP protocol. And then integer timeout. Timeout is important. We give it, for example, 2000 milliseconds or 2 seconds, but it must be integer. And the name is timeout. It must be integer variable. And it is equal to 2000. And I put it here. Then character for data. We define another variable. The type is char, and it is data, and it is array. And I copy it and paste it here. And then int data size, I simply give it 0. Then again it says character result. I simply define that again. The name is result. Again, remember, this array are related to the HTTP protocol. We don't need to know them, but if you know them, it's perfect. Put result here. Then string result header. We need to define a header. String header, and copy and paste it here. I compile it to see whether we have any error or not. No, we don't have any error. But there is another thing. In order to be able to send data to Telegram, in MetaTrader, we must give this permission. How to do that? In the tools, in the MetaTrader, in the tools section, option, expert advisor. I just simply delete it. Normally it is like that. We must allow web requests for this list. Here in this list, we must enter this base URL, and I enter it here. Okay, now everything must be work properly. If I drag and drop this Telegram test script into my one of these shares, for example here, or in, for example, Nasdaq, I must receive a message in my Telegram account. How? For example, let's see if it's happened or not. No, it didn't happen. Why? I should open tools, options. Oh yes, this tick, this here must be activated too. Allow DLL imports. I didn't activate it. If I press OK, I think in this case we must receive the message. If I drag and drop it here, yes, here I can receive the message in my Telegram. The number of open orders is equal to 0. Let's change it. For example, I opened an order for Nasdaq. And I open another order for gold. Now I have two open orders. And if I drag and drop this script, I should receive a message in my Telegram, which it says that there are two open orders. Here, yes. See, the number of open orders is equal to 2. Well, in this section, we learned how to send message to Telegram, but it is important to learn how to receive message through Telegram. For example, this is my robot. I want to send it a comment. For example, I want to define some common names. Give me, for example, open orders. Open orders. And I want to receive this message whenever I used this command. Or I can define many other commands. For example, I can command open, some commands name open buy orders, buy order. For example, whenever some indicator, some strategies meet it can send me a message, for example, the corresponding strategy signal is given. Would you like to open an order? And then after receiving this message, I can just simply send a yes command or no command. If I used yes, then it opened an order and it ran the strategy. But if I say no, it wouldn't open any order. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next section, I will teach you how to do that. If you like this video, I would appreciate if you hit the like button and introduce us to your friend and those who are interested in these subjects. I wish you have a good day. Goodbye.